Thank you so much. Good evening again. We're going to get our program started with a short prayer because, like everything else, we got to give thanks and praise. I am volunteering to do the prayer tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, let us give thanks. Thank you, Father, for allowing us to shine on this journey, for giving these young people here today the courage to compete in a competition that is not easy, that is testing. Thank you, Father, for the support that Rochdale Village has given to these young people. You say it takes a village to raise a child, and today we are at the village. Thank you, God, for the village. May our program run smoothly, and may our young people find the guidance and support and courage among the village to prosper and shine, and may we have a successful event. Thank you. We're going to ask our contestants to go back and sit at their table, and they're going to come back because tonight, as you know, is going to be about their talent and showcasing them. I want you to understand that everything has to start somewhere, and this is a start for Rochdale Village with these young people. I'm going to introduce my colleague, Miss Jean Castro, and she's going to introduce her team because a lot of work went into putting on this production. But before I do that, I just want to give you an overview as to why we're here and why this is so important. I am Dr. Monica Sanchez, and I started this foundation, Miss Caricom Foundation, in 2004 with Danny Glover, who, by the way, sends a message, and we'll play that message tomorrow. He desperately tried to be here today, but he will visit Rochdale Village as soon as his schedule allows him to. I want to say that there's a lot of beauty in the room tonight, and the girls look absolutely fantastic. But this pageant is not to promote beautiful women, it's to promote people and make them beautiful, because we all can be beautiful. So we have all kinds of contestants here tonight, but they are shining because we are promoting their beauty, the beauty that they have inside of them. Our theme this year is mental wellness. As we all as New Yorkers are aware that this is a topic that has plagued our community, especially community of color. It's something that as we grow up, because our history says that we should always be strong and able-bodied. And if you weren't strong and able-bodied, then you were lazy or you were something like that. So mental wellness has always been a disease that has been ignored or has been locked aside. And so you will find that one of our contestants tonight here, our special contestant, it's a child with a different ability. And Miss Caricom pageant does this every year. We choose one person, and that's our special contestant, and that's a child with a different ability. And we want to showcase that person so they could understand that they're beautiful too, and that the sky's the limit, and that you can be anything that you set your mind out to be. You're going to hear the stories about many of our contestants because tonight is their talent night. And our talent is an expression. We want them to speak about an experience or speak about a topic. And the reason why we do that, and we don't allow them to dance or do gymnastics, because I feel that in a world of young people and going into the world, they need to speak, they need to represent themselves, they need to be able to present themselves. And so tonight they will be presenting themselves on different topics. And get ready, because I had a preview. So I'm telling you, it's going to be something else. So we will talk a little bit more about our pageant and what we're doing and our promotion of these young people. And we encourage you all to follow us as we go along. But the night is young, and I want to introduce my colleague who has worked overtime to make this happen here at Rochdale Village. And she will introduce her team. So I want you to give it up for Miss Jean Castro.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sanchez. I'm excited. I just want to introduce, before I just congratulate all of you, I want to introduce all of the board members. These are the people that make it possible for things like this to happen in Rochdale Village. I work very hard to bring things together, and they happen to make sure that I'm supported to help me make things happen here for the quality of life, to do things great for the young people here in Rochdale Village. So I decided this year, I have been going many places with Dr. Sanchez, and she has been doing pageants all over, and she motivated me. I'm inspired by how the girls that she has taken and took them under her wings, and they had moved on to bigger and better things. So I asked her, why don't we come into Rochdale Village? Because she's well established, and she decided to partner with me. So I thought that was a great thing. So I came to the board under my committee with Mario Turner, the Community Center Committee, Mr. Ed Douglas, who's the chairperson. I just call him first. Ed Douglas, raise your hand or stand up so they can see you. Our next board member is the chairman of the board, Clifton Stanley Diaz. You can see how I'm well supported here. I have Mr. Tally B, first vice president. I have Timothy Mercer, fourth vice president. I have Gary Hawkins, director. Barbara Staples, she's the treasurer. Oh, Jean Hall. I have Jean Hall, third vice president. And Miriam Hubbard, she's over there, and she is the assistant secretary. And I am so happy and proud. Oh, Lisa Stark. All right, Lisa was the first one that came in. She's the secretary. So I'm just grateful. Ms. Shaw, who's been running back and forth, helping us as well. She's the community center director. Julia Shaw, is she here? Oh, yes, she went to get my paperwork. So I just want to say a few words. Congratulations to all of the beautiful contestants. I am excited for Rochdale Village Board to represent so many beautiful young ladies. It is important in our Rochdale Village community that we empower our youth, and I am excited to crown the queen who will represent Rochdale Village. Rochdale Village is a city that you all don't know. It's a city with 28,000 people living in this community, and Rochdale is better known as the jewel of Jamaica. And it is a beautiful place. It sits on 120 acres and is the second largest cooperative development in the world. The purpose of sponsoring this annual pageant is to motivate our young ladies, empower them with self-esteem and better things in life. Most importantly, training them in public speaking, showcasing their talents, and take ownership of who they are and who they may become, and are hopefully very successful and confident in life. Beauty comes from within the heart. Your personality, your intelligence, and what is in your heart. I want all the contestants to know that you are all winners, every one of you. You're all here to achieve success and to be empowered and to become maybe the President of the United States, doctor, lawyer. All of this greatness will inspire you to fulfill your dreams. And please make sure you fulfill your dreams. I'm always here in support to each and every one of you, beautiful ladies, and to give you the life-driven success that you so richly deserve. I am proud to be a part of this pageant and working with Dr. Monica Sanchez, who did inspire me, and I'm happy that it did come to a success, and it will be much more successful because tomorrow is going to be very great. I love greatness, and I like to be involved with things to make people happy and move on in life. And I will leave you with this. I would like to wish all of the contestants good luck and the best for the future endeavors. I stood up yesterday, I stand today, and I will continue to stand with you tomorrow. Cherish yesterday, live for today, and dream for tomorrow. Good luck, and God bless all of you.
I could smell the food, so I know that the food is good. But just bear with us as we do our protocol. We would like to have all the board members of Rochdale Village take a group shot just before we get the girls. I know once the girls get started, we might get too wobbly in here. And as they take their picture, I would just like to introduce my judges, and my judges would be next to take a group shot too. Oh, yeah.
I would be remiss if I don't introduce the two most important men here in Rochdale Village. These are your public safety officer that protects us here. And we have right here, stand up, Chief Osbach, Lieutenant Gaither. These are the two important men, and they are here to support me as well. So I'm very proud. And you could go up and take pictures as well.
So we have the whole Rochdale crew up so we could take some pictures. I'll let them quickly introduce themselves as they're here. They took time out to do this, and I just want you to know how important they are that they took the time out to be here to do this. This gentleman here, I want to introduce him. His name is Peter Brass. And believe it or not, this is my 60th year. And I met him when I was 18, my very first pageant that I was in, and I won. So that's how much altogether, 22 years.
Hi, I'm Peter Brass, like she said. Been knowing Monica for the last 500 years. Wonderful person. We wish her all the best with the pageant. I work with models, and I'm here to support her. I always give her maximum support, and I want all of you to do the same. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Hetty Powell. I'm a resident of Rochdale for the past 38 years. And I don't know if I should say this, but I started the first Miss Rochdale many years ago, and we had stopped doing it. So now it's a pleasure to welcome a new era with Miss Caricom. So I'm looking forward to judging this contest and looking forward to meet all these beautiful young ladies. So good luck to each and every one of you, and it's a pleasure being here with you tonight.
All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Francesca Somper. I have been competing in pageants since I was 7 years old, and I've gone on to hold 5 state titles of Miss New York. So I've competed at the local, state, and national level. Thank you. And I'm really, really honored to be here with you young ladies this evening. It is a wonderful collaboration and partnership between Miss Caricom and Miss Rochdale Village. You have an incredible community here, so whoever takes the crown tomorrow night, please know that it is true pleasure and privilege to be able to hold that title. And there can only be one winner, and you know, if there was a different set of judges, there would be a different outcome. So just be sure to come out, be confident, hold your head high, because it certainly takes a lot of gumption and courage to come out on this stage and showcase, you know, your personal story and what you have to bring to the table. So I'm very honored to be here with you this evening. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Dorita Clark. I'm the state committee woman for the 29th Assembly District. And I also have a group called You Can Go to College, and we deal with young people from 9th through 12th grade, getting them into the various colleges. So when the board asked me to judge, I said, this is wonderful. I'll get a chance to see you guys on a different level. And from what I'm observing now, it's just, you're beautiful. So keep up the great work and don't stop here. Thank you.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Yiling Li. I'm basically from China, and also I work for United Nations NGO, UCT Culture Center. I'm a president. So we organize a lot of events at the United Nations. Also include the fashion show Hope. Future, I like to invite all of beauty. Yeah, and also I'm a UNESCO Association of New York president. So we organize a culture, education, forum, and performance exhibition. So hope you can join our event together with Monica Sandra, Dr. Monica Sandra. And also go back history. Myself, I win the 2000 Asia Lawyer Princess First Prize. So yeah, thank you. And also the Talented Award. So I hope through this pageant you learn a lot of things. You learn how to work. You learn how to speak. You learn how to confidence yourself. And also important things, you learn 2 things, happiness and peaceful. So also please allow me to introduce our background today. You saw the Chinese calligraphy. This is from Chinese calligraphy. This calligrapher by very, very famous artist, calligrapher, Professor Li Guodong. He did 106 times exhibition in the United Nations. So he just last month he got the Peace Ambassador Award because he used his 80 years already and they used all his life promote peace and happiness. So tonight, I hope everybody don't worry, don't stress. Just show your beauty and be a happiness girl, okay? You more relaxed, you more got the wonderful performance. So just remember this: love, friendship, peace, happiness. Let's carry this all of beautiful words in your heart and the performance wonderful, okay? So I wish everybody enjoying tonight and tomorrow. Welcome United Nations to partnership with us to do great things. And I'm also very appreciative. We should all appreciate Dr. Sanjay, Monica. Oh, she worked very hard. But the lucky is that she have a very good partner also this year. And let's give them big hands. Thank you. So we do these things, we need a big support. So tomorrow, please invite your friend, invite your family, invite your teacher, invite all of people. Come here to have a fun, let's do the peaceful and happiness event. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well said. Hello, everybody. My name is Colors Colucci. I am I'm a mental health counselor by profession, but I also am the director for Blaze the Mic NY, which is Blaze the Mic TV, Blaze the Mic Radio, Blaze the Mic Magazine, and so I host all these. And we're actually having a show coming up in November, which I'm going to invite all the contestants. By the way, this is awesome that Honorable Dr. Monica Sanchez and Honorable Ms. Jean Castro put this together, because one thing I noticed is that they combine the young and the older. So it gives the young people the opportunity all the way from 10 years old. That's awesome. It never happens like that. So I want to say well done to okay, because one of the things I understand, I did one beauty pageant in my life, and okay, I was lucky to win that. But what I'm saying is, you see, when you go into beauty pageants, a lot of people want to discourage you. Why'd you want to do this? Oh, you're going to wear a swimsuit. Or they make up things that don't even exist. So I want to say to every one of you, well done. Do not let anybody discourage you. Do not let anybody tell you you can't do it. In fact, when they say you can't do it, that's when you need to start saying, I'm going to do this. Okay? So congratulations to every one of you. And like she said, do not give up. Continue. This is not the end. You just started. So this is the road to open up a lot more things for you. Thank you for having me. I'm very honored. Tomorrow my band is going to be here, so we're going to make sure that you guys have a great time tomorrow. Make sure you invite all your friends, like she said. Make sure we have the place packed out. Rochdale, oh my goodness. To all the Rochdale executives, it's so big that you allowed Dr. Sanchez to do this, because this now makes it a home for Miss Caricom. And you guys don't have any idea what she's about to bring. Oh my goodness. She has a pack full. So I want to say thank you once more. And thank you for having me. And let's have a good time today. Welcome, everybody.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Patricia, and to the honorable young ladies who will be going up for Miss Caricom and Miss Rochdale. I'm just a person. I like to model because I used to model, but I used to train young girls like you. I'm Patricia Trim. I'm the host of Tots and Teens television program at Brick Art Media, and I'm the CEO founder of Tots and Teens in Focus in Guyana, Tots and Teens, and also Circle of Dynamic Women of Power. I keep a community health fair every year with all the hospitals in Brooklyn. So I'm around and thing, and I must thank Monica for giving me the opportunity. The first Caricom pageant, I was there. When it started, I was there. And but it is to you young ladies, let me tell you, I had thousands of children in Guyana that was on my program. And each of those children that was on that program came out to be very successful young women, doctors, lawyers, and everything, because what we train them to do is to develop themselves, to bring out what they have within them, not to be shy. And even if you don't win tonight, know you have made a mark in your life. You have made a mark. And because you make that mark, you will go far, far, far. Because those girls, they did not win. But you know what? They have the ability to stand up and speak out. Even when I'm on the internet, someone will call and say, Miss Trim, you can't remember me? But I can't remember none of these children. They travel. I brought the first store that came to USA from Guyana with children. I brought them, came here, didn't know where to go, what to do, but we were all taken care of. So, you know, it's very good to be in these organizations, and when you finish here, do not give up, because you will be able to train some other child to bring them forth that they can be of their best. I wish you all the best. And know that everybody cannot be a winner, but all of you are winners. You may not be the Caricom or Miss Rochdale, but just remember, you have the ability to be Miss Caricom or Miss Rochdale, and from there is nowhere else but up. From here is upward you go. Thank you, Monica. And I must say to the board, I like the place. It's very nice, very clean. The first time I come here, I didn't know which is Rochdale. So keep it up. Rochdale.
That's the accent coming out there. That's the Caribbean accent coming up there. All right, we're going to move our program along in a hurry. Thank you, judges. These are the judges that are going to be marking the score with the girls, and I assure you that they all point, so good luck, all the girls, and thank you so much. You go back to your seats. We're going to get started. We're going to call up. We're going to have food and everything else as the girls come up and do their stuff. Oh, Mario's here. Another board member is here. So I let Miss Castro do this while I get my girls started.
Good afternoon, Mario, come on. We just want to introduce Mario Turner. Like I said, I'm always supportive with all my board members. Mario is one of the board members in the Youth Council, and we brought you here so you could address the crowd and just say hello. I mean, because everybody else already went up and they stood up. They didn't speak, but you're here.
Good evening, everybody. Pardon my tardiness. My name is Mario Turner. I'm the second vice president of Rochdale Village and the chairman of the Youth Planning Committee. Pardon my attire. I'm coming straight from work. I got held over. I got held up. And I thank you all for coming. I appreciate everybody's presence. And for the most part, good luck to everyone, all the young ladies. Give them a round of applause, and let's thank them for participating and making this all possible. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Mario. So now we can start. I know everybody's hungry, so I'm going to start with the first two tables first. We're going to start here because I know that you all are hungry, maybe want to. You're going to be here for tonight, right? These two tables, and then I'll go in the back, switch from table to table. It's a lot of food, so if you want to get up to eat, y'all want to eat or you want to wait?
So without further ado, I can't let this go on anymore. I wouldn't let anybody eat. My girls would have had to come up here first. But anyway, so the judges, are you ready? Now we are going to do Rochdale girls first because let me explain the process a little bit. It's one pageant, two queens. So we're choosing a queen from Rochdale Village and we're choosing a queen from Miss Caricom. So we have two separate set of judges that going to be judges each section, and we also have separate, judging sheets. The competition tonight will be judged because it's their talent, and it's 20 points. And I will have those sheets in a Wells Fargo safe. And tomorrow, it will be added to their competition tomorrow. So I want you to know that I have been very rigid with my judging system because when I first started the pageant, I realized that I had to be. One year, I had a girl in the pageant that I thought this girl, I'm like, why did I even put this girl in the pageant? The rest of the girls can't compete with this girl. She's going to run away with this crown. And on the night of the competition, and I feel that it's not a subtle way of running a competition, but that's the name of the game because it doesn't matter what you do throughout the competition, the day of the pageant and the day of your judging is when you gotta be on your A game. She didn't win, and the reason she didn't, as a matter of fact, I'll go back to my first pageant that I had in Georgetown, Guyana, with Danny Glover as my head judge. And everyone wanted Miss Guyana to win, and Guyana government spent $5,000 US, which is 1 million Guyana dollars, getting her ready for that competition. And she would have won because she was the girl to win. And the pageant was in Guyana. I had 12 other islands there. And when she got to answering her final question, okay, you listening? She stood up on stage, and when Mr. Glover asked her her final question, she froze and lost the competition. So I want us as adults to understand that these girls need a lot of support because sometimes when you're standing up in your house and you got to talk to your parents or your sibling, it's difficult. So understand being on stage is extremely taxing to these girls. It's a terrifying experience. And so we need to be as supportive as we can be because you do not know what is going to happen in that competition. And one little mishap could cost you the competition. So nobody knows who's going to win and who's not going to win. It's the person who happened to keep their A game on stage throughout the competition that's going to walk away with the crown. You're all winners. You come out here, you put your best foot forward, and you put your A game on. And so focus, stay on point, and understand that you're all my queens, okay? We're going to get started. Can we have a round of applause for our girls? So ladies and gentlemen, this is our talent section. These are our contestants, Rochdale Village and Caricom. Tonight we are going to be doing what is called a platform presentation, and this is their talent. The girls are going to come up on stage and present themselves. We're going to start with Rochdale girls first and then Caricom. I have one exception because one of Caricom girls has to leave, so we're going to let her come up and do her competition first. Judges, you have your sheet ready. We're going to be doing one of Caricom girls first because she has to leave, and we try to work with our girls because many of these girls have jobs and some of them have other commitments. They're young people, they're finding their way, and so we want to encourage them as they move along. The girls are going to be speaking, and they're going to, each one is doing a different presentation, but all of them are doing a presentation, which is standing here and presenting themselves to you. Please understand that even if you're here to root for one particular contestant, all of the contestants need your support because we are the village that are raising these children. And so tonight, we're going to encourage all of them to put their best foot forward and to shine as we showcase them in their own beautiful element. So without ado, I'm going to call up my first contestant, which is Miss Caricom contestant, Miss Lotus Davis. As a matter of fact, I'm so accustomed to calling her Lotus, so I will let her introduce herself first, and then she'll do her talent. And her name is Dahlia Davis, right? But she's my girl. They all, come on up here.
Good afternoon, judges, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow contestants in the Miss Rochdale Village and Miss Caricom competition. My name is Donnell Lotus Davis. Lotus is the name that I'm affectionately called. I'm a singer, I'm a songwriter, and I am with Miss Caricom representing the beautiful island of Jamaica, West Indies. The best one, of course, in my opinion. But, okay, well, my talent that I'm going to project to you tonight is through song. I'm going to actually sing my parents' national anthem. Enjoy. Eternal Father, bless our land. Guide us with thy mighty hand. Keep us free from evil powers. Be our lights through countless hours. Through our leaders, great defender, grant true wisdom from above. Justice, truth be ours forever. Jamaica land we love. Jamaica, Jamaica. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And there we have our first contestant, Miss Caricom. You have to come and see her tomorrow. Now we're going to go back to our regular order, and we are going to be doing Rochdale girls first. We're going to have our first contestant up here now from Rochdale. Judges, are you ready? Our first contestant from Rochdale Village is Miss Crystal Flo. Where is she?
Good evening, judges, special guests, and ladies and gentlemen. My name is Crystal Flo, and I will be representing the glorious country of Haiti, known for its Caribbean vibes. Thank you. My talent that I'll be representing for you today is a song talent that I have been having for a very long time. This song is from my dad. He's right over there. So I'm gonna start the song even though the song's not playing right. Daddy, look how lucky I am to be able to sing for you today. Daddy, Daddy, I was a little baby, like a little doll, just like a little straw in your protective arms, so firm and so careful. I was a little baby, like a little doll, just like a little straw in your protective arms, so firm and so careful. Daddy, Daddy, oh my dad, who can replace my daddy? Daddy, Daddy, oh my dad, who can replace my daddy? I want to save the love and the strength you give me to become a parent for kids who do not have, who need a strong and lovely daddy just like you. Thank you.
And there you have it. I told you that it's going to be one of those evenings. That was our Rochdale Village contestant, Crystal Flau. Next, we have Spirit Anderson.
Good evening, honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen. I am Spirit Anderson, and I will be representing Guyana. Survivor. I am here for a reason, not just for a season. Peace be still, and so will I. I have no doubt I am beautiful, inside and out. I know you can see my heart. I am a work of art. So, I will say it loud and proud. I am Spirit. I am a forever survivor. I am a survivor, and will always be a survivor.
I told you it was going to be one of them evenings. That was our Rochdale Village contestant, Crystal Spirit Anderson. She got me so emotional, I don't even. Anyway, our contestant number 3 is going to be Salia Green. I keep calling her name wrong. Come on up here. And I let her say her name. Did I say it right?
Good evening, special judges, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Salia Green, and today I'll be representing the United States of America, a country known for its population of people who, when thought to be buried, turned out to be seeds. And still today we flourish, African Americans. My platform today is, my skill is art. Art, the expression or application of human creative skill and imagination, typically in visual forms such as painting or sculpture. Producing works to be appreciated primarily for their beauty or emotional power. That is the definition of art given by the Oxford Dictionary. Creative skill and imagination. If art takes creative skill and imagination, then why is it constantly being removed from the educational curriculum of schools where classrooms are full of children who are overflowing with imagination and creativity? The Oxford Dictionary defines school as an institution for educating children. I believe our society is doing a disservice to our nation's children. How can we be fully educated if not exposed to the arts or allowed to steep in our own imagination and creativity? Since the beginning of time, art has been used to pass down and preserve culture and traditions. Art is the very foundation of every pinnacle in history. One of my favorite parts of our history is the Harlem Renaissance, a time where music, poetry, and ideas, a time where art not only thrived, but conquered. I want to go back to that. I want to see a time where a child could say she dreams of being an artist and her dreams are supported. I want to live in a time where art isn't seen as a waste of educational instruction. I want to know that every child is granted the gift of art from the very beginning of their school career, because the creative adult is the child who survived. Thank you.
They are so talented and amazing. And that's a Rochdale village girl. So you see, the village has some talent and great potential. Our next Rochdale village contestant is Atia Bay.
Good evening. My name is Atia Bay. I want to welcome the honorary judges, special guests, ladies and gentlemen. And I represent Puerto Rico, known for its beautiful islands and delicious pina coladas. My mission is to stamp out 3 prevalent issues: homelessness, hunger, and lack of education. In the U.S. alone, 1.5 million people are living in poverty. To date, in New York City, there are almost 64,000 homeless people, including families with children, living in shelters and on the streets. Lack of education is also a serious problem. Almost over 75% of Americans are literate, and most of these people live in poverty. Since the age of 2, I've worked alongside my parents in their nonprofit organizations, doing community service. Such organizations as National Hookup of Black Women, the OES, and the Grand Lodge. During the holidays, we have given out blessing bags, made and provided Thanksgiving baskets full of food, went under various bridges giving out food and water, and provided resources for men, women, and children in homeless shelters. I became very passionate and ambitious about doing more to help others. This expanded my idea to start my own nonprofit organization, helping children, women, and men living on the street. My continued mission would be to provide literacy programs, food pantries, clothing, and shoe closets. I would also like to create reading rooms in various areas around not only Queens, but the entire New York State. Another factor that sparked my interest was seeing homeless people on every other block. It's ridiculous, you know what I'm saying? So I would like to take time to give, food, water, just about anything to not only help them stride, but to also help me stride, because I will reflect on how blessed I am as a child. So my plans are to continue my education by going to college and gaining my degrees in pediatric nursing and social work. Getting my degree will broaden my knowledge about providing more resources, teach adults and children what they should know, and connect with others who have the same vision as me. Thank you. Have a great night.
Can we have all the Rochdale girls up here? Ladies and gentlemen, I know you can do better than that. It is terrifying to stand here in front of an audience and speak, and they spoke well. And we are proud of them. Congratulations, Rochdale girls. We continue our judges. Are you ready? We are now going to have the Caricom girls. And remember, we already did one Caricom girl, and she took off because she has another somewhere else to be. So as we continue, we'll start with, I want to bring up my special contestant tonight. And Mommy, would you come up with her? And I'd like to say that we do this because Ms. Caricom empowers and promotes people worldwide. One of my judges back there is UNESCO president for the New York area. I have a chapter under UNESCO, and she is my chief executive in the New York area. Our chapter is UNESCO Institute of Fashion Education, and we all work at the UN. Well, we're there, we do a lot of stuff, and we've graduated under UNESCO Fashion Institute 400 grassroots people in Nigeria under our program, which is Life Skills. I want to say tonight, Mom, come. I'm going to let Mom speak, and this is Dahlia. Dahlia, you see, she's correcting me. Tell her.
Dahlia.
There you go. That's Dahlia, and this is Mom. And Mom is going to speak a little bit about her journey with Dahlia.
I'm not as good on the mic as she is. Okay, Dahlia was a high-risk pregnancy, and I actually wasn't supposed to get pregnant, but a month later I found out I was. She ended up coming. She was supposed to be born Father's Day of 2005 and ended up on June 19th, but ended up coming out 5 days earlier because there was no amniotic fluid inside, and then, yes, thank you. And then because she ended up being an emergency C-section because of meconium, and if they didn't take her out, we both would have been dead. Yeah, but she came out. She was very loud. They didn't even have to slap her on the back or nothing. And she had issues kind of when she was 9 months old. She had a seizure from a fever. So she ended up getting services, physical therapy, occupational therapy, and of course when she got a little older, speech. And I got her in for kindergarten into into a charter school. And she was there for half a year, but unfortunately they weren't able to handle, and we didn't know at the time that she had any developmental issues or any behavioral issues. So she ended up being evaluated by the CDC, which is who evaluates the kids that with special needs. And second half of her kindergarten, she was put into District 75, which they need help reamping that because there was a lot of issues in there. She was one of the few girls. The boys would hit her. She'd come home with bruises. Her glasses broke, clothes ripped. District 75 needs help.
It's difficult. It's really difficult. And we take for granted every day of our lives because we don't encounter some of these difficulties. And for a parent raising a child, come Delia. Delia. It's really something that's really difficult. So our focus, why we do this, is because we want Delia to know that we love her and we support her and we understand. And she's beautiful and she's not going to be bullied here and she's not going to be judged on her physical look or her ability, but she's going to be judged on her ability that she has to offer to the world because she can only live her best life and we can only support and encourage her as she live her best life. So today we want to do just that. I'm going to let her introduce herself and we have a sash and a crown so she doesn't have to compete with the other girls. So isn't that a plus? That she's already a queen today.
Good evening, judges and ladies and gentlemen. My name is Delia Davis Stasso Savio. I'm representing Jamaica, who is known for its beautiful clear water, beaches, and good food like jerk chicken. And I'm going to rap a song I wrote myself. Retro, 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 retro. 10 bands and I feel like Metro. Subtract a few bands and I might buy a gecko. Check 'em, check 'em, check 'em, check 'em. They run away, then we gotta wreck 'em. Retro, 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 retro. Throw the trash out, fly safe and sound. Turn it up, burn it down.
There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. And that's our Miss Caricom contestant, Delia.
Thank you, everyone.
I want to thank Rochdale Village for giving us an opportunity to support these youths and for having Delia here today. We're going to move on, and our next contestant from the Miss Caricom doing her platform is Shyla. Yeah, Miss Bronson.
Good evening, honorable judges, special guests, and ladies and gentlemen. My name is Shayla Brunson, and I'll be representing Antigua and Barbuda. As is known for its beautiful beaches. My talent I'll be doing is a song, and I'm doing a poem also with it. So. Here's the poem. With every second, I lose a tad more feeling. Feelings that once harbored every ounce of me, with balance undefined. With every minute, I fade away. Deep into the subconscious of a jail I can't escape. Washing my body with tears like soap, draining away my name as if I lost hope. Each conversation leads to a border. With each disrespect leads to coverage. Forever echoing the things I just can't push out. Leaving me to wonder of me being selfish of my looks. Can I just be normal? Can I just fit it?
That's Miss Caricom contestant. We want to say thank you to Rochdale Village for giving us a chance to shine, because they all are so beautiful. Thank you. Get something to drink. I told you it was going to be one of those evenings, and it's not over yet. I'm not allowed to speak before because I don't want to influence, but a whole lot more coming. So as we continue, ladies and gentlemen, let's showcase our beauty within our girls. So our next contestant for the Miss Caricom platform is Miss Tom. And I will share after. But it's another one of those stories. And this one got me. You know you can do it. Ladies and gentlemen, she just graduated high school. So can we have a round of applause for that? I just want you to be patient with her. And can we get a podium here? She needs some support, I guess. That's right. She's got it. Here. I let her tell her story. I'm just here for support.
Good evening, everyone, special invitees, fellow delegates. My name is Janacy Tom. I am excited to be a participant of the Miss Caricom 2019 pageant. My platform is cancer awareness and its effect on teenagers. The lady I affectionately call my Aunt Linda asked me why I wanted to be part of this pageant. After some thought, I told her I wanted to build my self-esteem because I'm a cancer survivor. As a result of a house fire at the age of 1, I sustained burn on 60 degrees of my body. I was told my mom passed away when I was 3 years old. I lived with my dad, who suffered several strokes, and my brother. As far as I can remember, my early year, I was filled with doctor visits, hospitalizations. My dad couldn't care for me because of his illness and asked Miss Cathy Richards to care for me. She accepted me as her daughter at the age of 5, and she became my mother. She made sure I attended school as regular as I can, sometimes having my brothers to carry me when I couldn't walk.
This is a tough one, ladies and gentlemen. And where is Miss Linda? Can I get her up here, please? Can I have Miss Linda up here, ladies and gentlemen? You know, I encourage these girls to tell their stories because this is what we're about. We're about support. We're about empowerment. We're about survival. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Miss Linda. Miss Linda has an organization that helps and empower a lot of people. I let her tell you, but right now we're doing her talent. Linda brought her up here, and she had several surgeries to get rid of her cancer, so her journey has been long. So we'll let her finish her talent first, and then we'll get into that.
A few years after being diagnosed with cancer, my father died. I too wanted to die, but my new family was there with me. Children called me kinds of names because of my scars. I had scars on both inside and outside. I couldn't go to play outside with kids like other kids can. There was no treatment or name for the cancer in Guyana. My Aunt Linda, Felix Johnson, the president of WOMI, and HERO, a medical mission organization, helped to arrange a visa for me to come to the US for treatment. I attended the Morgan Stanley Children's Hospital and received chemotherapy, radiation therapy, and surgery for carcinoma sarcoma, a rare form of cancer, all while attending high school. I never wanted to go anywhere because of having medications, which caused me to feel nauseated, weak, always tired. I had to attend school in a wheelchair. I had a low self-esteem because all my life I only knew pain and thought that I could never be able to live a normal life. I can now say that I'm cancer-free, pain-free, and for the first time in my life, I thank God my doctors and my new American Guyanese family. I plan to use this platform to speak to young people and older folks too, to treat others the way you would want to be treated, because when someone goes through cancer or any other treatment, just a kind word goes a long way. I almost forgot, I'm graduating with a Regents Diploma on Monday. I'm so excited. Thank you for giving me the opportunity and the platform to share my story.
And there you have it. I told you it wasn't going to be an easy night. That was Miss Tom, Miss Caricom contestant. Ladies and gentlemen, as we continue, now you understand why, since I started this pageant, we do our talent separate. We've always done it this way. The night before, we have a small reception to allow these girls just to be themselves, be beautiful, and get the love and support from the village, such as they're getting here tonight from you. Our next contestant, Miss Caricom, next contestant is Miss Joy. Get ready.
Thank you. Good evening, judges, special guests, ladies and gentlemen. I am Chrysanthia Joy, representing the beautiful country of Belize, known for its turquoise waters and the exotic jaguars of Central America. So firstly, I want to give a round of applause to all the contestants that came up here, because they really touched my heart, and I can relate to them on many levels, but I'll leave it at that, because now it's my time to broadcast my talent, which is going to be a poem. And this poem is dedicated not only to the women in the pageant, but also to all the women in the room. And the name of this poem is called Mama. Mama, is like a fallen star, hot. Got glimpse of her in the sunset, then watched her love stain the sky like a rainbow spilling amongst clouds. Her words, like the breeze, soft, but you always feel it. Strength in her structure, backbone like no other, posture aligned with the horizon. So 6 a.m. when the sun is rising, Mama's there. So hot she'd walk past the stove and everything start cooking. Smart and good looking, holding eyes like prey. Close your eyes now, pray. And you'll dream a dream where Mama's alongside Martin Luther King Coretta. Fighting freedom where the railroads be like Tubman. Maybe refusing to give up her seat like the rose that grew from concrete seeds sacrifices her life. And the origin of yours and mine, yet we still belittle Mama. Belittle her nature through song, idolize her body and strip her throne. We are tainting the bearer of life. Mothers, sisters, daughters, wives are all Mama despite description and disguise. Each one so hot, she keep you warm at night, like a campfire on the coastline, like fireworks in July, and you can see her true colors through pigments ranging from dark to light, and I wonder, in a room full of gold, will she shine as bright? Like the smile she carries when she cries, and the children she carries for 9 months buried in her womb reminds me we'll be in the earth buried amongst the moon one day. I'm just saying today we're alive. Why not explore the essence of value? We'll find our woman there, alongside the Golden Gate and a thin line away from God without her, sob stories and fraudulent love. Lost at a crossroad between heaven and hell, we'll need to love our woman before we can truly love ourselves, and that's the only way my people can break from these cells. See, Mama's been in hot water for way too long, and there's nothing cool about it. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, these ladies are speaking from the heart. This child lost her mother, and that's dedicated to her mom, that story, that poem. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
I told you it wasn't going to be an easy night. They keep coming at you. Our next Miss Caricom contestant is, are you ready? Judges, how you doing back there? We have another one of those. Miss Ashley.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, I have a flair for the dramatic. My name is Ashley Oliver, and tonight I will be representing the beautiful land of Trinidad and Tobago. And I'll be sharing a poem with you that I wrote to describe, my life struggles with depression. And I'm dedicating this to anybody who has ever battled with depression. The title is called, thank you so much. The title is called, Don't Judge a Book by Its Cover. What do you think when you see me presently? Maybe she's smart, she's focused, she knows her identity. Maybe she's getting her life together. Maybe she's on the rise. But look at me at 16, and you might be thinking otherwise. To go inside that girl's image all those years ago would reveal a story she once said she'd never show. Anxiety, fear, and depression once consumed her, and having to step out into the world, well, that only added to her terror. School never provided any comfort or pleasure, because when you don't love you, who else would deem you a treasure? Depression became her shell. Depression became her own personal hell. Depression took the form of 100 pounds of stress weight. Depression was the mirror image she grew to hate. Depression almost drove her in front of a car. Depression was once her deepest of scars. One thing I'll bet you can't see is the force of depression caused her to drop out and get her GED. For years, she lay on a couch filled with stress and anxiety. No direction, no confidence, no identity. The real her remained in a cocoon just waiting to be free. But who else could free her besides me. After years on an emotional roller coaster, she took a leap of faith. She promised God she'd been here for 7 years and she wouldn't make it an 8th. Once she sought out counseling, she began to feel renewed. This is when the beautiful butterfly started to push through. Her mentors pushed her to go to school, a place she thought she'd never step back into. But higher learning gave her an unexpected power, making her a purpose-driven, motivated tower. This former average student who could barely make the grade, now a straight-A student with summa cum laude following her name. She discovered she was a writer, director, and poet, shedding 90 pounds of the stress weight, which never was a part of her. Directed her first play this year and eager to do more, likely to be the case because they desired an encore. A fighter she was, though she had no black and blues, her scars were on the inside, all emotional wounds. Despite her demise, she dusted off and began to rise. She said enough was enough. It's time to speak up. It's time to love me. It's time to embrace my true identity. She now sees the strength and beauty in her eyes because the tears flushed away all the lies. And though she may not know where her life will take her, I know without a doubt I'll continue to be a winner. My story brings me to this point. Anxiety and depression disorders affect 40 million people ages 18 and up in the United States. That's 18.1% of our population. And only 36.9% receive treatment. Approximately 1 in every 12 people in this country battles depression every day. I'm just one example that depression does not have to define anyone. It was a moment in time, not the deciding factor of my life. Depression was a cocoon of darkness, but speaking up and asking for help was the first step of self-acceptance, self-love, and inner peace. I'm thankful to God, my mentors, and my family who helped me during this dark period of my life. I made the decision to come up here and speak about this because so many people battle depression every single day, and they need a voice to advocate for them. There should be no shame in speaking about mental health issues. However, there is a stigma, a sense of disgrace associated with the topic of mental health in our communities, and that really needs to come to an end. We're so used to keeping these things behind closed doors, confined to the four walls of our homes. But people are hurting, and many of them are experiencing depression and don't know where to turn, or may not even realize that they're experiencing depression. There's no weakness in admitting I need help. Too many people are resorting to self-hatred, self-mutilation, and suicide. Ladies and gentlemen, I urge you, let's start talking about depression and mental health issues. Our lives tend to depend on it. I'm wearing this graduation gown not only because I've graduated from college, but because it represents my graduation from a former mindset. From the mindset of fear to faith, from self-hatred to self-love, and from confusion to peace. And finally, I ask each and every person to take a look at the person beside you. And I ask you to remember, don't judge a book by its cover. Rather, let's not make assumptions about our neighbor. Let's be kinder with our words and with our actions, because you never know the struggle or the story they hold within. Thank you so much, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, another one of our victorious ladies here who was telling her life story. And as you can see, she's a college grad now, but she spent many years depressed, on the verge of mental illness, gained a lot of weight, lost over 100 pounds, and today she's here again, and she's a survivor.
Thank you so much.
And this is what we do. Thank you so much, Ashley. I told you that it was not going to be easy, and you know that Miss Caricom pageant, this is our mission. This is what we do. And that's why when Miss Castro said to me, Monica, I want to do the same thing for my girls, now I was thrilled. And she has been 101% supportive in making this happen. And I hope now you can understand why she felt so much emotions about this, because these are the stories. And this is her passion and her mission to help these girls. Ashley lives in Rochdale. She's just not 10 to 16. She's a Rochdale girl, actually. She lives in Rochdale. So you, the village, is raising this girl. Thank you, Ashley. We have one more Miss Caricom girl. My goodness. My heart is getting weak. Miss.
Good evening, judges. Good evening, special guests, ladies and gentlemen. My platform will be on self-love today. I am a makeup artist slash esthetician, and I took a journey in finding myself so I can become a better artist, a better creator. I wanted to connect with people more. 2 years ago, my uncle passed. He was the father that I didn't have at one point. He was someone who will always just look at me and say, Chelsea, like, just love yourself. Be you. I was always a person to, like, have my perms, my relaxers. He was like, Chelsea, what are you doing? Like, wear your fro. Like, be proud of your curls. And right before I went to esthetician school to, make women feel as beautiful as I felt at the time, he passed. And it was very, very unexpected. It was very unexpected. I literally watched him take his last breath. And I remember the last thing I told him when I saw him in the hospital before he passed. I said, Uncle, I'm doing all of this. My makeup artistry is hitting off. I'm going to school to be an esthetician. I'm getting booked. I'm doing all these things. I'm going to graduate, and you're going to be there. Now he's not here. I wanted to honor him, and I wanted to remember the things that he taught me, and that was to love myself, and that was to find my inner peace, and it was to make sure I do the best that I can do. So the past 2 years, I've been trying to find my inner love. For a long time, I never thought I was pretty because I was tall, skinny. No one really goes after those girls. Had a big nose. Like there was multiple things that I did not like about myself. So one day I turned Instagram off for a complete week. And I said, I'm gonna learn myself. I'm gonna learn how I deal with myself in a room by myself naked. Not naked as in no clothes, but naked, like truly deep inside. Find who I am and love myself. I didn't have Instagram for a week. I didn't talk to anybody for a week. I just sat there and I just put everything into my craft. And little did you know, finding my self-love will create so many more opportunities for me. I've been getting so many random people coming up to me and saying, oh my gosh, like you just have this glow, this aura of you. And I didn't know what they were talking about before, but now I know because I know who I am. I know who I am and I love myself. And I look at myself in the mirror every day and I look at all the things that I thought were imperfect and I know that they're perfect because that's how God made me. And I use that lesson of self-love to empower my clients. When you sit in that chair, I want my love to rub off on you. I want you to love yourself like how I love myself. I'm not here to make you look beautiful. I'm here to make you feel beautiful. That smile that they have at the end of that session means everything to me because they're smiling from within. And that's the most beautiful smile I've ever seen in my entire life. And I had to learn that for myself in order to see it in someone and to make sure that I'm doing the best that I can. Yes, you have a double cut crease, but I made your beautiful brown eyes even more beautiful to yourself. And that's how I use my journey to push me forward in my career. And I'm going to continue to do it. I started a makeup line, and my motto is 7K. That means I want you to treat yourself like how you treat your jewelry. I want you to treat yourself like how you treat your diamonds. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. Find the beauty.
Ladies and gentlemen, I told you it wasn't going to be an easy night. I noticed we have Miss Diane. Miss Diane, would you come up here for a minute before we go to our last contestant? Come on up here. Miss Diane is our carnival queen. All the way from New Jersey, ladies and gentlemen. Every rehearsal she was here, all the way from New Jersey. Sometimes her daughter couldn't bring her, and she took an Uber, $70 to come to these girls from New Jersey. Come on, girls, give it up for Miss Diane. I love you.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. And my children, you all look very lovely tonight. Sorry to be late, but I have to wait on transportation. I'm sorry.
She can't be sorry because she's here. And that's the most I could say for some people who live 5 minutes away, and she's here. Thank you, Diane. We love you. We're glad that you made it. As we get ready to have our last Miss Caricom contestant come up, judges, this one is Simone Lee.
Good evening, judges, ladies, and gentlemen. My name is Simone Lee. I am 17 years old. I will be representing Jamaica, a place of beautiful beaches, amazing food, and of course, as y'all know, wonderful, wonderful women, as y'all are today. I am here to conquer my fear of modeling, speaking out loud, and coming out my shell, and becoming the person I am supposed to be, and not fearing anyone or anything. I am a strong without a doubt. And a couple people in this room made me do this, and I'm very happy. It's my mom and my sister. Thank you. Have a nice night.
Come here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of my favorite. Everyone has a favorite. She's been a good girl, and she's done great. She's come to rehearsal, and she do everything that she's told. But everybody is monkeying around, and I get serious. She sits in, and she gets serious. And I want you to know that all the girls here tonight worked really hard to be here. So I want to have all the girls come up here, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to give them a round of applause. Can all the contestants come up here? Come on, I know you guys could do better than that. My goodness. Let's make them feel like they did a wonderful job here tonight. They certainly did, ladies and gentlemen. They did an awesome job here. They did a fantastic job. I know it took a lot of courage. It took a lot of everything to have them here. For them to stand out there. Where's Diane? Diane, Diane.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. I'm falling apart. I want you to know that tomorrow night, go in the middle, Diane. Go in the middle. She hasn't had a chance to take a picture. She's late. These are her children. These are her babies. She's been patient with them. Wait until tomorrow when you see these girls in their carnival costume, ladies and gentlemen. Wait until you see us on the red carpet. These contestants, when you see them tomorrow, shining in their beautiful swimwear. And what is the dance? Let me see the dance we're supposed to do. Come on, girls, let's do the dance. Let's do the dance. This is the teacher dance. Come on, Dahlia. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to thank you so much for supporting them. The girls did a fantastic job. They're going to be tomorrow. Oh, yeah. One of our judges' birthday is today. And so we're going to be celebrating that, though. But I just want you to know that, Miss Tom, get up here. You know, you heard some of the stories tonight. I just don't want you to disconnect yourself from these contestants. Follow them. Go back, Dahlia. I want you to follow them. It has been a heart-wrenching journey for them to come out here and tell their stories. You heard all kinds of stories. And one of the lessons that these girls have taught us, I hope, is that never judge a book by its cover, because you don't know what is going on until you get involved. A smile, a handshake, a kind word may go a long way. And mental illness is something that you cannot see. It's like the air that you breathe, but if you don't have that air, you can die. So don't take it for granted. It's extremely important. I want to say, girls, I am so proud. But guess what? Tomorrow is another day, okay? So enjoy yourself. Who wants to take some pictures? I'm going to go talk to my judges. The judges, you can come take some pictures with the girls once you finish the sheet. And who didn't eat like me can go and get food. And let's network. Let's network a little bit. Come on. Oh, my friend that lives in Rochdale, come to support me. Come go up there and take a picture with the girls. Come on, come on. So the girls are going to stay there, and then we can have pictures. So we can have pictures so you guys could take turns. I want to say thank you, Rochdale, that you have been awesome. I want you guys to know that you are the real village. And I want you guys to say something to the girls. The girls are here. Give them some encouragement, okay? Tomorrow is their big day. Let them know what they're doing.
Hello, young ladies. Hello, young ladies. I would just like to say that all of y'all are winners, and that the stories that the young ladies told were very inspirational to me. And I am so glad that we support. I had when I think of a beauty contest, I just think of runways, but this was something greater. I mean, it surprised me. I am so glad. I am so proud of all of y'all, and I wish you the best. I really do. Thank you for coming out and performing for us.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, young ladies. Congratulations to all of you guys. I just want to say, I was sitting over here crying. I was really inspired by you guys' stories. You just keep moving forward, be strong. God got y'all. God got your back. That's all you need to worry about. But God bless you all. Thank you.
I want to say to all of you beautiful young ladies up there, inside and out, y'all, I got this thing soaking wet up here, so I'm mad at all of y'all up there. But I'm happy for every one of you guys, okay? And keep up the good work. You're all beautiful up there, inside and out.
Barbara wants to say something.
Yes. I know you got something to say. Go ahead. Just want to take a picture.
For all of you ladies, okay, I want to commend y'all. You're beautiful. I am of Caribbean descent, and
with that in mind, my relatives are from Antigua and Barbuda. There were diplomats there. And you come into Rochdale doing what you're doing. You're representing Rochdale. And I wish you all the best, and you were beautiful tonight. Thank you very much.
I just want to say I am excited, I'm proud, I was in tears, and I knew this was going to be greatness. I have been around with Dr. Sanchez for many years. Not that long, but the years that I feel, so here's Dr. Aja. So many years that I said to her from the last 4 years that I knew her, I said, please, I want Rochdale girls to be empowered so they could be what they want to be. And believe me, this is just the beginning. This is a stepping stone for you to move forward. And I was hoping that it was more girls, but the very few that I have here today, God bless you, Godspeed, and I know that you will be very successful in life. And I'm so proud.
Okay, I just want to say thank you so much for coming out, that all of you young ladies did a fantastic job. You're an inspiration to not only other young ladies, but to all of the women that represent Rochdale Village. It was inspiring, and we wish you nothing but success, and know that we are here to support you, and as a village, we will continue to grow together. Thank you.
'cause there ain't nothing wrong with having a good time. Yeah. Besides, you need a little break from the 9 to 5. Yeah, yeah. Tonight is the night to let your hair down and be happy and